Yo, what is good, guys? NezReacts here, and today we're gonna be doing something I haven't done in a long time, and it's a reaction video. I was told to check out this Charlotte podcast. She went on Busted Open podcast, and she said some stuff. So people have been telling me to check it out. Now, I don't know what's gonna happen in here. Usually, when people tell me to look at something about Charlotte Flair, it's usually something bad. So maybe it's not. Maybe I'm just bugging out, and maybe it's actually is something good. Maybe she does something good for once, But we're gonna look at this. This happened like a couple days ago, and she said something really outrageous apparently. So we'll see. Here we go. Oh my God, I'm so scared.
If you don't mind, because you and I have been working together all day today. Why don't you tell Charlotte what I said to Sonya Deville earlier today?
Oh, it almost got well, I did. It got awkward because Dave LaGreca to Sonya Deville's face said that he believes that Charlotte Flair is the greatest women's wrestler in the world.
Stop.
You said
stop,
that.
stop,
No, I didn't
stop,
say that.
Stop
I said
already.
Stop
Stop right now. No. It's only been like what? 26 seconds in, and I already hate this video. You can't call Charlotte Flair the greatest women's wrestler of all time. You just can't do that. Because she's not. Okay. And sometimes, I'm going to be honest, okay? Sometimes I do say a lot of stuff. Like, sometimes I get really mad to the point where I just, start slurring stuff way too crazy. And I believe in one of my videos, I did say that she wasn't the best wrestler. And I'm going to apologize for that. She's not a bad wrestler. She's a great wrestler. I'm not afraid to admit that. She's actually a great wrestler. She's not the best of all time, but she is a great wrestler. I'll give her that. Everything else, she's selfish, and you already know the whole spiel I'm going to go on. So we're going to go back into this and see what's going on. Freaking 26 seconds in, and I'm already upset.
All time.
Because I can only speak the truth. How am I I'm not going to lie.
But you're lying.
I have to speak the truth.
I mean, it is. I wasn't going to say it in front of Sonya, but it is true.
Sonya's doing a great job.
No, she is.
She's an incredible
She's
job.
doing an incredible job.
An incredible job.
I'm super proud of her.
But so are you. I mean, for you to be in a position, right, where you spent so much time working so hard on getting fans to boo everything that you did, and then you go away and you come back, and now it's time for you to get fans to cheer everything that you do.
It's
That's
not gonna
no tiny task. People got very comfortable booing you.
I've been comfortable
So
for
I
7
think
years.
the key is just let them react. Like, I'm not thinking, what can I do to make them cheer me? Like, there's no active thought, well, I have to act this way, or the only thing I'm really focused on is how I approach promos. Maybe don't say 14 times 4 times, or like on Monday Night Raw, don't say I beat these women to get here, I faced these women. Just like little.
All right, Charlotte, listen. Okay. Yeah, you don't say that because it's first of all, it's very fucked up for you to say that, because you went on Raw and said literally what? You named Asuka and the Bellas, I believe, but you failed to mention actually 2, I would say 3, but most likely Mercedes wasn't going to be mentioned on WWE television, which is fine. But you have Bayley and Becky there, and they have done more to revolutionize the sport of pro wrestling for women than you have. And for you to come out and exactly in your promo say you're 14-time this, and you did this, and you did that, that is 100% true. You need to stop doing that because it's nauseating. When I hear you on the mic, it's nauseating. Jesus Christ.
Little changes,
Yeah,
like that,
and a
but
general disdain. There was a disdain in your tone that used to be there. You knew you were better than everybody, and now it's like, I am better than you, but I'm not going to rub it in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, here we
I'm
go.
just gonna rewrite it.
Stop. For you to actually go and say this is very, very selfish of you to say that. I'm not saying you can't hype yourself up. That's not the issue. I understand that. But for you, you know you're telling the truth. That's the crazy thing. Like you're not even doing it as a joke. You're laughing around it like, yeah, you know, I am the best. But 100%, you truly believe that you are, and it's a lie. But I let it happen. But it's fucking ridiculous. She says she's not gonna say she's better than you, but she knows she is. She definitely tells everybody she's better than them. Don't get it twisted. Don't listen. If you believe anything that this woman is saying, you should stop watching wrestling. Do not listen to a word she says. Because she definitely goes in the back and tells people that she's better than her. She definitely did that to Becky, and that's why Becky called her plastic. Let's go. Fuck this.
History and pretend I didn't have this and just happy to be here.
Yeah.
But I also think there's something about, and we see this in other sports as well, like Tom Brady, where there's greatness hate. When somebody is so good and somebody is so successful that people are just going to have that kind of aura about them. I believe that. And I'm not just saying it. This isn't a joke. You know, we talk about it on Busted Open all the time, mostly Bully and I, about that. There are certain athletes, you being one, that are in an elite class, that are head and shoulders above other athletes. I believe that when it comes down to it, you're the greatest right now. But I do believe that when we look back at it, you're going to be the greatest of all time.
Oh man, that's a lot of pressure. Thank you. I guess like when I had the opportunity to talk to the fans after I beat Rhonda in that first promo back, like I really did mean what I said. Like consistency, passion, and dedication have always been my driving force. Like I still have had all these opportunities and done all these things, but I still go, there's little things that can be better. There's little things that can be worked on. There's always that next big rivalry. How do you, I'm never complacent. And that was how I'm kind of approaching this, like good guy, whatever run. It's not, you know, bragging about what I've done, but saying, hey, we've done this on this journey because of my love for being in the ring for you guys, the fans. Like not that corny, but like,
Yeah.
like even though I've been bad most of my career, consistency, number
You've
one,
been bad all your career.
dedication and passion have been, I guess, what got me here.
Yeah. I always find it really interesting that like in the documentary that was just done about your dad, that part of the Ric Flair story that I don't think anybody realized until much later were the insecurities that he had, and that even points where people like me and Dave just were like, well, of course Ric Flair's the greatest, and of course he knows he's the greatest. He's going, I'm not the greatest. He's having this thing. And it reminds me of when I hear you talk now and when you've talked in other interviews where you are super self-critical and you are saying, oh, I got to do this better. I got to do that better. And it's really interesting to me that with all the comparisons that get made and what got passed down, that I feel like that thing, whatever it is, and it probably is what makes you guys great, also got passed down.
Yes. No, 100%. But I
don't know what to say about this fucking woman, dog. It's just sad. It's fucking sad.
But I feel like my dad and I, what our insecurities are like totally different. Like someone in an interview asked me while I was away, was I worried about someone taking my spot?
No.
I was like, no.
Of course not.
Like,
She's short of
absolutely
Flair.
not.
What?
Yep.
And I meant that.
Yeah.
Like that's not, like I will always be someone in history. And like you guys said, probably in 20, 30 years, I will be I'll have way more respect than I do now.
No, you won't.
But my insecurities are more,
I'll respect you if you retire right now.
they're not even insecurities. It's just nothing is ever enough.
Sure.
Maybe it's just nothing's enough. Like the performance
Never.
is never enough. Like I know
Not for Charlotte
that
Flair.
I still have like room left to grow. Like I don't think I've peaked. Like even though people might think that, like if you look at my last run, even though I didn't defend the title like ever,
Yeah.
I still I still got better every week on the like.
Yes.
But I think when you have
Whoa.
so many
Whoa.
moments and there's
Whoa,
so
we're
many
gonna
different
pause that.
runs,
No.
like for me,
No, Charlotte. No. I'm not gonna let you slide on that. No. You did not get better on the mic. It's nauseating every time you get on the mic, okay? You can work on that as much as you want. Every time you talk, you're just spewing bullshit. And you know you are. You know you are. Whoever's giving you these shits to be like, yeah, I definitely should say this in my promo. So stop. It's fucking horrible. You're not getting better at it because you spill the same bullshit all the time. You can't convince me that you're not saying bullshit. You know what you're saying. Like, you mean it. It's fucking ridiculous. It's fucking woman, dude.
I go back to WrestleMania 35 in New Jersey at MetLife Stadium. First of all, one of the best.
Shadows of New York.
Easy, pal. I'm New Jersey native, so one of the best WrestleMania entrances, right? With you, like
In
your
the
dad from
helicopter.
Great American
Yeah.
Bash
was
coming
cool.
down at the
Yes.
helicopter. But I also feel that main event, you were the glue in that main event. You had Ronda Rousey, who's the the mainstream athlete. You had Becky Lynch, was now having that hot run that the crowd was getting behind. But you were the glue. That match could not have happened if you weren't there and being a part of it. Do you agree with that?
Yes.
What? Okay, hold on.
Good. I'm glad
No.
you did.
No. I was afraid this was going to happen too. I don't even know what to say to this. She did not just say that match wouldn't even be as big as it was if it wasn't for her. That's basically what she's saying. She pretty much said that. Let me tell you something, Charlotte. You had no business at all being in that main event. Nothing about that was supposed to be with you at all. You politicked your way into getting to that main event. There's no reason you should have been in there. Nobody wanted to see Charlotte versus Becky versus Ronda. The match was Ronda versus Becky because they were the two hottest women out there. They were supposed to have the match at Survivor Series, but Nia Jax hurt Becky, which even pretty much helped it out because it made the rivalry even bigger. And that's what it's supposed to be. But no, Charlotte Flair had to get her way, right? She had to be a part of the main event somehow, right? Don't say that. You can't be like, I pretty much made that WrestleMania. No, you did not. You did not make that WrestleMania at all. You didn't. Okay? Stop. And them hyping you up for saying that is a fucking lie. They're lying straight to your face. If they actually believe that, that's a problem. Sam, you know you don't believe that. There's no way you're going to tell me that she deserved to be in that main event of WrestleMania. She did not deserve it at all. At all. It just fucking makes any sense. What is wrong with these people? Why are you hyping her up like this? Listen, I'll tell you this right now. That main event would have been 100% better if Charlotte wasn't a part of it. I think this is a joke. I think this whole interview is a joke. It has to be. I think they're just messing with me because honestly, that was the most ridiculous thing she said so far. Ridiculous. She should be a comedian because she's hilarious, yo. Jesus Christ, sign me up.
Do.
But I don't, like you said, like you have this hot baby face Becky Lynch the fans love.
Yeah.
You've got this woman who did pave the way that showed that women could main event pay-per-views, UFC. Like I definitely feel like I made it all come together.
Yeah.
Like,
No,
yes,
you didn't. No, you didn't.
narrative was fun to say that I was shoehorned or however the inside circle wants to talk about
bullshit.
me. But
Excuse
like,
my language,
I
complete
know what I
bullshit.
brought.
Yeah.
I know what my purpose was.
Your purpose.
And
Stop forever. Okay. You have no right to say that you don't care what the insiders say about you. You should, because what you just said just proves all us insiders right. You basically just went on this and said that you made that WrestleMania, that it wouldn't be there without you, that you put it all together. When you just mentioned that Becky was the top babyface at that time and Ronda was proving to the world that women, women can sell out pay-per-views. So in what part do you mean to that? Like, stop. Like, this is ridiculous, dog. I don't even want to talk about this. This woman is something else, yo. She is. I don't understand.
looking back now, I'm okay with that.
Where does that perspective come from? Like, I think that you're right in what you're saying about how the way people look at you 25 years from now, 30 years from now, is going to be completely different than the way
No, it won't.
you're
No,
looked
it
at or
won't.
treated
No, it
right
won't.
now.
Stop.
But most people don't know that as it's happening. Most people don't have that perspective, right?
Because you feel like people are constantly poking at me and I never give them anything.
Because you don't.
Yeah. What do you mean?
Like, I've been so consistent
Yes.
in the public.
Yes.
Like, and maybe like you said, watching my dad's documentary, maybe the only insecurities you hear, like I never put down other talent to prop myself up.
Yes,
like,
you have. Yes, you have. Yes, you have. Yes,
uh,
you have. Yes, you have. Stop. Yes, you have. Charlotte, stop. Look at me. Yes, you have. And you know you did. I need you to relax, okay? I need you to start saying something that's actually intelligent, please. Because I know you're a smart woman. You're a smart woman. You are. But it seems like right now you're just on another level of just bullshit. You're just spitting stuff out. It's fucking disgusting. That's so disrespectful what you just said. You're saying that we're acting like you put women down. Yes, you have. You've buried every single woman you faced. Do you know how long it took Rhea Ripley to get to the point that she is right now? WrestleMania, you buried her, and it took her a long time to get back to the top. And then when she won the women's title, you beat her again. So now she had to prop herself back up again, and now she's the best she ever looked. You know how long that took? It's because of you. And it's not a good thing. It's ridiculous, dog. She said she didn't bear, like, what? Who in that locker room right now? Who in that locker room do you think you didn't bury? All right. I don't know. You don't know, right? Because you've buried everybody. It doesn't make any sense. Like, what are you talking about? You didn't bury anybody in the back. Yes, you have. Why are you being so fucking... I'm not gonna say nothing.
There's constant Charlotte hate, like on media, like
Yes,
but I
yeah,
don't
absolutely.
like. It's over here.
You don't
Yeah, 'cause
feel
I-
it.
It's-
You
I
don't
don't-
feel it.
I
I
don't
also
feel
noticed
that.
that-
There
yeah.
you go. I'm sorry, I couldn't find the word. I don't fuel it, and I feel like
You
sometimes
should.
that's what they're looking for. Like they want me to like. No, I was a part of helping 35 happen.
No.
And no matter what they want me to say, they can. No one will ever take that away from how I feel about myself and the performance and the storyline.
I also love that you don't address it though. Like these sort of like when they go like, "Oh, this is what's happening behind the scenes. This is what Charlotte's doing," and you're like, obviously everybody sees it, but if it's not real,
But it is, Sam.
I never hear you address it. And I think that more people should
Because
go.
the reason she
"This
won't
isn't
address it...
reality. There's no reason to get."
Here's the reality of it. The reason she won't address it, right? The reason she won't address it is simple. She won't address it because she knows that she's wrong. She knows that everybody's right and talking about her. So she won't mention it because she knows that everybody's going to put her in her place, and she knows that she's lying and that she's wrong, and whatever she's saying is stupid and fucking it's wrong. It's super wrong, and you guys know it too. Don't act like it's not true. God, she doesn't fuel it because she knows she's gonna lose that battle, and Charlotte can't lose. This doesn't make any sense. Yo,
Give something credence if it's not reality.
it is reality though.
You have no idea. Oh my god. I will never let the opinions bring me to their level in the public eye.
Sure.
If that.
Yeah, no, it makes sense, and you shouldn't. And you know, this is going to sound kind of maybe off the grid a little bit or a little crazy, but
boy.
and Sam knows this. My favorite all-time pro wrestler is Ric Flair, and your
Who's
dad has
delusional
been
as fuck
on
right now.
our show many times and has talked about you and how
No. Really?
and talked about how you have surpassed him.
No.
And at the same time, at Raw 30, I almost wish that he didn't introduce you, because I feel like I really do feel like it almost felt like a disconnect at this point in your career. Like
He's gonna bash you on his podcast next.
yeah, that's fine.
She did not need an introduction from her father. You're right on that. But here's the part where you're wrong. She didn't need to be there anyway. He wouldn't have to introduce her if she wasn't there. So knock out two birds with one stone. She not be there. Ric Flair, well, he had to be there because it's Raw 30, but there was no reason for her to steal the spotlight from him and him allowing that. I don't get this. I don't get where they get this shit from.
Fine.
You're gonna be the next victim. A little video clip about Dave LaGreca coming.
No, but does that make sense? Like it almost feels like, man, you're on this other course right now, and it almost felt like a disconnect for me to see him introduce you at Raw 30.
Yeah, so when I first heard about it, I was like, oh, you know, I don't know how many other opportunities I'm going to have with my dad. This is cool. But I didn't think about it visually.
You always have that
And
moment
then it
with your dad.
happened. And then I went home and I sat on the couch with Manny and we were kind of talking about, I love the segment with Triple H and
The Imperium?
yes.
Yes.
Love the segment, kind of like the passing of the torch
Yes.
idea, and with Taker or whatever. And I just looked at Manny. I was like, ugh, I had my dad. And Manny was like, yeah, I know. It felt weird. Like watching, he was like, yeah, it wasn't needed.
It wasn't
Like-
needed at all.
Yeah, I was like, I know. I was like,
Oh, shut.
not that I mean, I
Oh,
love
wait a
Triple H.
minute.
No, and I
And then
love your
kinda
Does Ric
dad.
Flair
like his music
actually
played, and I had to
realize
say,
that he's wrong?
like I don't know, like it wasn't. It's not about loving him or the idea, but
Of course.
But we both kind of like. It's funny that you said that. We both kind of sat on the couch and we were kind of like, that wasn't as cool as it was supposed to be. Maybe like 4 or 5 years ago.
But that's the
Yeah.
thing. Like you 4 or 5 years ago, the perception of you was different than it is right now.
Yeah.
Like I think there's a lot of people that don't even connect the two.
Not
at this
anymore.
Point. Yeah.
Yeah. No.
I bet there.
I don't
I mean,
think
there are
so.
people watching now that have never even seen a Ric Flair match. That are watching Charlotte.
Well, you know what? Anybody that's listening right now that hasn't seen a Ric Flair match, the I Quit match between Terry Funk. Okay,
That's the
Please,
one.
That's the one to watch.
No,
was a
but
great
they
match.
might have seen him smoking weed or in a rap video.
That's true.
Dad, you're the coolest dad ever.
Yeah.
But I'm like, he's so mainstream though. Like people know who, but they don't
100%.
associate like Ric Flair. Like I'm no longer that daughter.
No, and
No.
you know
Like-
it's
No.
crazy. It's like there's certain
Total
Two
different.
different things.
Yeah.
like it's like when Ric Flair was at the height of his popularity.
You were what, 35?
You know, nobody knew who Ric Flair was. Like I
Yeah.
would be taught, everybody was all about Hogan. Nobody knew.
Yep.
And now, like decades after he's retired, he's a household name, and
All
everybody.
right, we get it. We
knows
all
who
know Ric Flair
is.
just go woo.
Moments with him on TV, and a reminder
Let's see if she said anything
that
else
it almost
stupid.
gets better.
Yeah.
It's on my face.
Like you always get that one good,
Yes.
Yay!
Welcome back.
but it's been that way even on live events.
Yeah.
So I'm committing to it.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, and I think it's. I mean, people pick up on the nuance, and I think I think you're doing right now, as Charlotte Flair, is giving people the opportunity to appreciate what you've done. Right when you're a
Nobody
villain
appreciates anything
and
she's
you're
done because
going
nobody
out
cares.
there and just doing it all yourself, talking about how you are better than everybody, you are the best. We don't have a. Why would we tell you that as well? We're going to boo you, right? But when you're kind of in a humble way, not acknowledging it, but not making
Some of my performances needed to learn to realize what I was doing wrong. Like one of the producers one time told me was like, "You're denting a Ferrari. Go out and be good. Like, why are you being less than in your performance?" So I'm like,
all right, I'm done. I'm over it. I'm not watching any more of it. I'm sorry, I can't. It's only like 5 minutes left in the video, anyways, or something. You guys can watch it yourself. Just look it up. You can just put in Charlotte Flair on the Busted Open radio. It's gonna go to Not Sam podcast, obviously. You guys can watch the rest of that. I'm not watching it because it's a waste of time. She's just gonna spiel the same thing. I'm not good enough, or people don't think I'm good enough, or I do this, I'm dedicated to this. They don't understand how much work I put in. Yada 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 yada. My name is Charlotte Flair. I suck dick. Da, 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 woohoo! Ric Flair. Woo. It's pretty much what it's gonna be. This was annoying. This ruined my day. I don't like this at all. Charlotte, I don't even like talking about Charlotte Flair. And she's consistently for this past month been on my videos on TikTok and on my channel. And I'm tired of talking about her. I really am. The fact that she's consistent on my channel is a problem. And I don't like that. Because everybody's going on TikTok saying this is a Charlotte Flair hating freaking show, which it is. But I don't like that she's been a main thing on my channel. I do not need that anymore. She can be there from time to time and I can spew a whole bunch of shit about how much she's annoying and that she's not the best wrestler of all time and that she just constantly puts everybody down and she forgets to mention the people that actually started the revolution, but that's not her. But it's a waste of time. It's going to be the same bullshit all the time. And it's going to keep happening because Charlotte Flair is Charlotte Flair and she loves herself way too much. And I understand in life you always want to put yourself first, but when it comes to pro wrestling, when you already have a solid name for yourself, you should be able to put other people over because it's their turn now. Start to build up new stars. You've already solidified who you are. You're Charlotte Flair. You're a 14-time, for no reason, 14-time women's champion. It's time to let other people shine. It was been time fucking for 7 years, but you just somehow you come back with the same shtick every time. And being a babyface, even worse. It makes it 10 times worse listening to you. Because everything you're saying is lying. When you're a heel, it makes sense because you're fucking annoying and everybody hates you. When you're a face, I fucking hate you because you are spilling bullshit. Charlotte Flair, don't listen to anything she says. Unless she starts saying, hey, you know what? I was wrong. I failed to mention some of the other talented women who revolutionized the sport without me. Other people like Saraya, formerly known as Paige, Mercedes, who I think, in my humble opinion, is the best women's wrestler out here. She's not selfish. She does everything to put somebody over, and she's the one that just keeps getting fucked off. But that's just me. People like Sasha Banks, Bailey, Becky, all these people that paved the way, and I feel happy that I was a part of that. Then I wouldn't dog on you so much if you would have said that. Because at least you're acknowledging, hey, I wasn't the only one, or hey, I wasn't the main one, because you wasn't the main one, Charlotte. You're not the main one that revolutionized the sport. Don't ever say that again. But if you would have been like, people like Sasha, Becky, Bailey, and I, and the Bellas and Paige, like we had a solid team. Naomi, Team Bad, we had such a good time. We even started the women's championship, had a triple threat at Mania. Like, if you would have said something like that, then I would be like, okay, Charlotte, All right, that's fair. But no, you didn't. You just continue to say the same bullshit, same stuff all the time. I'm getting out of here, guys. You can watch the rest of it for yourself. I'm gonna get off before I start yelling and getting upset because I don't need to. I'll see you guys in my next video. I don't know. This is my first reaction video in a long ass time, and it had to be her, of course. All right, I'll see you guys later. I fucking can't. Fuck Charlotte Flair.